We want you to have a copy of this new book, and here's why we're doing it. Are you like me, some years ago? You know that you can produce and record great songs, but you don't know how to make them sound ready for radio, ready for streaming, and ready to fit among great sounding artists on the biggest playlist. Then let me solve your problems. With the step-by-step techniques in this book, you can do exactly that. You can make your demos and songs ready for your audience with a pro engineer, warm and analog sound to it. We call this book the 50 Best Mixing Tips, Insider Tricks and Secrets from the Pros. And with this one, nothing is going to stop you from elevating your sound from amateur to pro in just a few days. This is a compilation of the best tricks, secrets and tips on how to get your demos, songs to sound like a pro engineer mix it. It's our best tips from decades of working as mixers in the music industry with the biggest labels and the biggest artists. We earned tons of gold and platinum records for working with artists like Tupac, Snoop, Iggy Pop, Bee Gees, Ghost, Robin, and many more using these exact techniques. Just follow the steps from 1 to 50 and you're fine. So let me tell you real quick a few things you're going to learn in this book. We are teaching you exactly how to clean up mud in the lower end, because we see that one of the most common mistakes today is just that, a muddy and unbalanced low end. In here, we show you exactly how to proceed step by step to avoid this. We are teaching you exactly how to create parallel compression, the old school way. Parallel compression will make your drums, vocals, or other stuff really pop out of the speakers and create depth and space in your mixes. In fact, all of these techniques we're teaching you in this book come straight from the analog era and are transformed for you into the digital age. We're also teaching you how to mix bass for small speakers like AirPods, which almost no one talks about today, which I think is really crazy. You see, we know that over half of our listeners out there listen on AirPods or other similar headphones who reflects very few frequencies below 80 Hz. So the fact is, if you don't know how to mix bass for small speakers, you're never going to be able to compete with the top artists and their releases. And as a matter of fact, in the last tip, we also show you our own mastering chain, which is really insane. That means that you can just follow these steps from 1 to 50 and boom, just go ahead and release your tracks. You don't even going to need a mastering engineer. And besides these 50 tips, we're also giving you a bunch of free bonuses if you order today, which we are really excited about. These bonuses includes our own expert guide on how you can get a record deal in 2024, on how you can grow your social media as an artist, which is very important today, all you know that. And if that's not enough, we're also going to include a new bonus. It's a guide on how anyone can perform at the best in front of a crowd, because we know that so many artists struggle with this. And the best thing is, with this book, you don't even need no fancy plugins to use these techniques. These are mostly all done with the basic effects such as EQ, compressor, reverb, and delay. Now, before I let you go so you can fill in the form below and get your copy of this ebook right now, join in and watch this interview I did with my mixing partner and co-author of this book, Ollie Olson. So let me ask you this, Ollie. Of all of these techniques in this book, which ones are you using the most?
Actually, number 41, how to use vocal compression. Super important tip. It makes your vocals stand out of the mix and also gives you a clear view of the artist as a vocalist. I think that's the most important. And another one is number 47, bring the track to life with automation. How you can actually ride different instruments or instrument groups or the vocals so you get your mix to come alive.
It's so funny that you mentioned that you mentioned those two tips. I actually didn't know what he was going to mention, because the first tip we was talking about the vocal compression, that when I finally understood how to do that, Ollie teach me that many years back. It was like I always wondered how the big artists got the vocal track to pop out of the soundscape. How to just kind of ride on top of the instruments but still be a part of the. It's so cool when I learned to do that. Yeah. And also the other thing that you mentioned, Ollie, when I started to mix with Ollie, I was so much, as many of you I guess are, you add plugin after plugin after plugin and you think that's mixing. But the more experience you get with mixing, and I really taught this from Ollie with the old school techniques, it's just about the basics. It's about how you place things in the room, back, forward, in the middle, and with automation, how you ride with things to keep things alive. How to mix in 3D.
Yeah, It's pretty much. You got to, I mean, you have, as you said, you have a front and a back, and you have left and right, and you have a middle. Why not use the whole spectrum? There are so many people that are afraid of using left and right, hard pan things, but it shouldn't be like that. You got to give yourself space. Otherwise, everything's going to be in the middle, and it's going to be muddy.
I also want to say one last thing before we go, and that is that we are giving you a 100% guarantee that you will love this ebook. In fact, if you don't love it for any reason, we are even going to refund you the whole service fee and let you keep the ebook anyway. All you need to do is email us and we're going to give you your money back. No questions asked. Okay? Sounds fair? Alright, so all you have to do is fill out the form on the page and get your copy of the 50 best mixing tips, insider tricks and secrets from the pros. Take care.